Hi everybody, it's Beth, and today I'm making some heart decor. I used one of these hanging tags, an X and an O, a wooden heart, and this wall tile. Those were all from Dollar Tree. Some different ribbons, fabric, twine and raffia, scrapbook paper from Hobby Lobby, white chalk paint, pink polish acrylic paint, and hot glue. I started by tracing out the heart on the back of the wall tile, cutting it out, and then hot glued it to the wooden heart. And for the paint, I couldn't find a shade of pink in chalk paint that I wanted to use, so I just took the white chalk paint and added in some pink polish acrylic paint until I had the shade that I liked. So I just used that and did 2 coats on the wall tile and just dried it in between with my heating tool. And once those coats were done, I took the white chalk paint again and just dry brushed all of the raised areas on the wall tile. Next, I removed the hanger from the tag and put that on the back of the scrapbook paper and traced that out and cut it out. And then I attached it with a generous layer of Mod Podge on the front of the tag, and then placed down the scrapbook paper and smoothed it out the best I could with my hands. And then after I did that, I took parchment paper and placed that down, and then used my travel iron setting on high to smooth out any bubbles or wrinkles and dry it. And then I used a small screwdriver and just poked the hole back through on the tag. Did a second coat of Mod Podge on the outer edge and dried it. And then I took the X and the O, taped them down so they were easier to paint, and painted those with 2 coats of the white chalk paint. And then after the tag was completely dry, I went around with a sanding block and sanded off any excess scrapbook paper. Next, I hot glued down the X and the O right on the front of that tag. And then I wanted to add a hanger back on, so I just used some twine, hot glued it to the back, and then just put a piece of ribbon over it just for extra stability, because it will be a little bit heavy because of that tag. So I just hot glued both ends down, and I didn't want to put it through the original holes on the heart because I was afraid that I would mess up the wall tile on the front. So I set that aside, and then I'm making my bow. So I just take different ribbons and fabric, crisscross them to make like an X in my hand, just making sure to keep pinching the center of those, and just go back and forth making my X's, adding in some raffia throughout there. And then once I had them all on there, I took some twine and put it around the center where I was holding it and tied a few knots. And then used my scissors to trim up the ribbon and the raffia. Next, I took the hanger for the tag and removed some of the beads because it would be too long hanging down on the heart where I was going to put it, and then just tied that back to the tag. Next, I hot glued the tag right to the front right of the heart, and then hot glued the bow right on top of that. And that is it. I think it turned out really pretty. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video.